All right, all right, all right. I'm loving this full class, seeing everyone. I'm so excited. So let's start. We're gonna do full body, we're gonna do nervous system, we're gonna do pelvis, we're gonna do legs. Those were some of the requests. And we're gonna keep going on our yamas as well. So let's start with grabbing a bolster, a pillow, a chair, anything wherever you're at. I know some of us are joining from work too, which is awesome. You can totally do this from your desk while sitting. So go ahead. And for those of you that are joining us from the Dopamine Reset, welcome, welcome. We're so glad you're here. And we're gonna start, so we just wanna have a pillow or a cushion just to elevate our pelvis so that we can access our spine. And the goal is you can get as much elevation as you need. There's definitely been times in my life where I have had tons of elevation, right? And the goal is to get the knees below the pelvis. And so if we're tight in the pelvis and the knees are elevated, then we just have to elevate the pelvis enough to get the knees lower. And the purpose of that is we live in a constant grip right here in our pelvis and our organs and our groins, and just simply elevating the pelvis above the knees releases that grip, that tension. We can start to get that lymphatic flow. Things can start to move into place. Okay, everybody can hear me good? Great, awesome. Thank you. So feet together, feet pressing. And you can use your hands to open your feet like a book. So just massage, opening up the front of your feet. And that's going to get into the hips in a new way. Get that mobility going. And just feel that. Do you guys feel that as you open your feet like a book? One, if you feel like any tender spots on your feet, work those out. Those correlate with different organs, and it's just good to work those out. And then when you open the feet, feel how it corresponds and opens the pelvis. Okay, so just play with that and feel how when you open your feet, you might start feeling it in your hips. Okay, pelvis is elevated. Now go ahead, you can even go into your pant leg, move the tissue, move the flesh, move the muscle, because we want to get on the inside edge of our sit bones. We want to find the sit bones. So move the flesh out of the way so that, imagine these are my two sit bones. We can roll on the front edge and the inside edge, okay? Which is going to stack our spine. Inhale, take a nice deep breath. Go ahead and broaden wide across your collarbones. Sternum's lifting upwards and forwards at a 60-degree angle, getting that lift from the inside out. Good. And you'll notice as you get that lift, a natural contraction comes where everything starts to come towards the spine. The organs start to come towards the spine. And that is by lifting your heart upwards and forwards. And then roll the top shoulders down and back, roll them back. Lift that armpit chest up towards the sky. And then last week we did a lot of work on working on the back body, the humble body. So bring your front ribs to the back of the room, which goes perfectly with our theme today. Our Yama today is brahmacharya, which is not leaking our energy, but using our energy towards our purpose, towards the things that are important to us, towards our higher purpose, you know? So this, when our ribs are splayed, our lower back contracts, our adrenal glands contract. That can put us in fight or flight mode. And we actually leak our energy. This is, your diaphragm right below your rib cage is our willpower. That's where we have the will and the strength and the willpower to move through hard things, to show up when we don't want to show up, to work towards our dreams or visions or that higher purpose, right? Because it takes that discipline. It absolutely does. So we're learning to not leak that energy, but to actually bring those ribs together like you're tying a shoelace. So imagine that those two rib cages are rolling towards each other, and then they're rolling towards the inside of your body, towards the back of the spine. And then you're going through the body just energetically, and then coming out the back side, the back rib cage, coming around the side rib cage, back to the front rib cage, moving through to the back of the body, around. So that's that Taurus energy that we talked about last time, which is just a continuous flow of energy. So open the back body, bring the ribs towards each other. Good. And then inhale, arms up, lengthen, make space, give your organs that space, that juiciness, that hydration. And again, the more we lengthen, the more everything comes towards the spine, towards the center of the body. Find that length and then reach through those two sit bones, the right sit bone, the left sit bone. Contract and engage the hips. Yes, inhale, get taller. So if you're wondering, keep those arms up, but if you're wondering how to contract these outer hips, press your feet together more. Feet pressing, there you go. Notice how as soon as you press those feet together, the hips contract. Exhale the arms down. Keep the heart open. Already getting warm. Okay, good. So we're going to do two opposing actions, of course. So those feet are pressing together, those hips are contracting, and yet your inner groins are releasing towards your knees. Inner groins releasing towards your knees. So it's an energetic flow, but it's a physical flow. Inner groins releasing towards your inner knee. Inner knee releasing towards the outer knee. Outer knee releasing towards the hips. Hips contracting and coming towards your center. So you want those hips moving deeper into the hip socket. And then we're contracting the muscles around it. So let's go through that flow one more time. Feet pressing. Release from your inside groin. You can even start at the center pubic. So release from the inner groin toward your inner knees. Soften, expand, release, spread wide. Release from the inner knee to the outer knee. And the outer knee towards the hips. Hips contracting, coming inwards, and engaging the muscle around the hips. We want those hips to be healthy, strong, circulating, even when we're 100, right? Inhale the arms forward, reach through the fingertips, palms facing each other, and then soften the center brow, soften the jaw, soften the face, soften the throat. But those hips are still contracting. So this is where we get those opposing actions, that masculine and feminine. So my glutes are contracting, my hips are contracting, I'm working strong, my pelvis is opening, spreading wide. My face is softening, my jaw is opening, my side temples are opening, releasing. That brow, that center brow point, So many of us hold tension there. That's softening. Total retraining of the brain and the nervous system, softening the nervous system, softening the face. And yet our muscles are working, our hips are contracted, our arms are contracting, contract the muscle to the bone. And if you're wondering, how do I find that? How do I find contraction of the muscle to the bone? Extend through your fingertips more. Get your arms reaching longer. Pretend like you have Gumby arms. They're just extending, 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 growing. And then that contraction of the muscle to the bone. And it honestly takes a lot of focus. If you find like any shaking or percolating, we're strengthening the nervous system. We're toning the nervous system. And that toned and strong nervous system is something that we have to build over time through this work. And it happens when we move just a little bit outside of our comfort zone. Like I'm sure many of us want to put our arms down now. I'm sure we're ready. I'm sure they're aching and grueling. But you're bringing that slow, smooth, steady breath. You're softening your body, softening your nervous system, and extending through and beyond the aching. Of course, no sharp pain. We never want sharp pain. But we're toning our nervous system. And when you tone the nervous system and strengthen it, it gets stronger, 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 stronger over time. And you'll notice that it doesn't just impact your brain, it impacts your physical body. So we become stronger in our physical body. Our athletics improve massively. And then there's suddenly spaciousness where we have more peace. Even if there's chaos all around us, we can tap into that inner peace, calm, stillness, strength when we have a strong nervous system. Exhale, arms down. Anyone screaming? Ah. Okay, and then we're gonna come seated. You can remove the bolster. And so the opposite is true as well, of course, right? So just do like a little internal assessment, not a judgment at all, an assessment of where you think your nervous system currently is at. So come to seated, move the sit bones, straighten your left leg so it's fully straight. And then that right leg, the inside of your foot is reaching and touching the inside groin. And you are pulling that up as close to your pelvis as you personally can today. So that personal nervous system assessment looks like, how do you feel your emotional regulation is currently? How do you personally feel your stress levels are, or if something unexpected happens in your day, how thrown off do you get, or how in your center can you stay? So that's just a self-reflection. And then that's something we can absolutely work on. So again, nervous system toning actually happens through our body, through our whole body. So go ahead, this left leg is straight. Go ahead and engage the muscle to the bone. Contract the muscle to the bone, 360 degrees, all the way around your thigh. And again, if you're wondering how exactly to find that, make sure your heel is grounded on the floor. It doesn't come off the floor. The back of your knee is reaching towards the floor. And then imagine that you have a 50-pound weight on your thigh and it's drawing towards the floor. So it's very much toning work and very much nervous system toning work. And also now imagine you have those Gumby legs and your leg is growing longer, longer, longer. You're extending through your leg. Just pretend, use your imagination, your leg just grew 3 more feet. So you want that full extension all the way through. And this is also going to open up our meridians, open up our joints, open up any stagnation, lymphatic congestion. We're moving that through. It's energetic. You're extending beyond your leg. Your leg is growing longer. And then again, keep that full pressure of the leg into the floor. So heel is pressing, knee is pressing, back of the thigh is pressing, and you're imagining that you have that weight on your thigh, and you're contracting so much so that you are getting a workout. It is strenuous. Layla's talking. She didn't fall asleep for her morning nap, so she's tired. Inhale, get taller. Reach again, it's energetic. Reach all the way through your body, through the top of your head, to the ceiling and beyond. Keep going. And again, we absolutely can tone and strengthen our nervous system, but it starts with this muscle contraction right now. Right now we're contracting, later we will release. So contract, 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 contract the muscle to the bone. We also want to get a lot of circulation in our thighs because our thighs impact our hormone balance. So we want that circulation. Go ahead, just do a little bit of tapping on the top of your femur bone from the top of your knee all the way up to that hip joint. And just tapping, 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 using your fist, using your palm. We want to wake that up. We want to wake up the potential of our body, wake up our body's intelligence. Our bodies are amazing. They're literally unlimited. We have tapped into the smallest amount of our body's potential, of our human potential. There is truly an infinite amount available to us. And it's so fun. And the work is inward, so it's self-study. So keep going with that gentle tapping, 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 waking it all up. You can get on the outside of the knees, knee joints, tap, 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 tap. Especially anywhere that you might be holding aches or pain. That's often where we have stagnation. So really, really get into that stagnation, get that blood flowing, break up that fascia, that constriction. You know, so much of pain really just comes back to the body being constricted and not getting enough nourishment and blood flow. Tap, 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 tap. Good. Okay. Exhale, switch legs. So draw that left leg up to the inner groin, drawing that heel up and as close to the pelvis as possible. Good. And we're gonna get this internal rotation of the thighs. So use your hands to sculpt your body like clay. Grab the outside edge of your hip, roll the tissue, the flesh, the muscle towards the inner groin rolling towards the back of the thigh and towards the outer hip. And then same move the tissue of the glutes out of the way towards the back of the body, towards the back of the head, towards the ceiling. So we can roll onto that front sit bone. Good. And the body's intelligence truly does wake up when we roll onto those front sit bones. It activates the spine, it activates the nervous system. You have to work for it. You really, truly have to work for it, but it's so worth it. So, so worth it. Good. And remember, we're just getting those 10,000 hours of practice until it becomes cellular, until it becomes second nature. So draw the heel to the floor, spread the bottom of the foot wide, like really spread the bottom of your foot wide. And when you think you found it, go further. Yeah. And then the inner heel, spread the bottom of the foot wide across the inner heel. Yep. And then reach your inner heel towards the wall in front of you. So it's like you're scooping the back of the heel towards the wall in front of you, but you're keeping that heel grounded. And then you're grounding the back of the knee on the floor. Again, we actually are not sitting on any blankets for this one. And you're grounding the back of the thigh to the floor. And just notice side to side might be very different. Maybe one side it's easy to contract all the muscles to the bone, and maybe one side the signals are not firing. So you have to find it. So press that leg firmly downwards. Get those Gumby legs. They're growing, growing, growing. Your leg just grew 3 feet. It's growing and extending. It's energetic. You're moving through past the physical leg, extending beyond it. And you can always use your hands by your sides to get more length in your spine and more pressure of that leg downwards. And then see if you can integrate it so that right leg is seriously growing longer, and you'll feel it from your hip all the way through. And once that length happens, then you can start getting the contraction of the leg, muscle to the bone. And once that happens, you can try and keep that and roll onto the front sit bones to activate the spine and the nervous system. It's like add on, just do as much as you can. We're just growing our capacity. Okay, so leg is extending, leg is contracted. We're rolling onto the front sit bones. Your left foot is pressing into your inner thigh. And now your spine is elongating, and the organs, everything, the tissues are moving towards the center line, towards the spine. So just feel that. See if your pelvis or your uterus or your abdomen can gently relax in towards the spine. It's almost like a straw sucking upwards. Yeah, perfect. Now you want to find that pelvic floor, the perineum. So see if you can lift from the perineum up to the ceiling. Lift, 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 lift up to the ceiling. So your inner pelvis is lifting up towards the top of the head, extending up all the way to the ceiling. And this, my friends, I'm sure you're feeling it. This was a full body workout, and I know it doesn't look like it because we're sitting here, but this is a full body workout. Your right leg is extending, your pelvic floor is lifting towards the ceiling. If anyone is on their menstrual cycle, you don't have to do that pelvic floor lift because that's the opposite. That when you're in your flow, it's actually flowing the opposite direction. But everyone else, lifting up towards the ceiling. And notice how it activates the hip. You might get that aching, grueling. It activates everything in the body, the sacrum. And again, all of it is toning the nervous system. Heart lifting, heart lifting, heart lifting, heart lifting, go, 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 go. Keep going, keep going. I know, it's hard. My leg is firing too. My leg is aching and grueling. It's the donkey work, the foundation work. Smooth breathing, smooth breathing, smooth breathing. So again, awareness of our energy. That's our theme today. So where are we leaking energy? Is it in thoughts that are not serving us? Is it in holding on to things that are stealing our peace? Right? That's a leakage of our energy and our potential. So what do we do in that situation? Sometimes it's just a rewiring of the brain and a choosing to let go of whatever is not serving, and choosing it over and over and over until we're no longer in that loop or that pattern. So I just invite you, if there's something that is no longer serving you, if you want to, choose in this moment to let it go. Choose to let it go. And I found this to be so powerful in my own life, because when I do choose to let it go in the moment, and then often I have to choose in the next moment again and choose it in the next moment again to let it go, it truly opens up space to invite all that is already there for me, things that are beyond even my wildest imagination, things that I maybe would have never thought of. It clears the path to receive whatever is truly here for you, to tap into those gifts, those gifts of your higher self. Good job. So you're doing the work. It's the physical alignment. You're doing the work. You're extending through your legs. You're rooting through your sit bones. The sacrum is the bone at the back of the pelvis. It's lifting up towards the ceiling, towards the back of the head. Hard. It's hard work. So now we've got the hips circulating, aching, grueling. That's building the foundation for an entire new posture of our spine. Literally the way we hold ourselves, from our feet to our hips to our spine, all the way up. So it is true, like as you're working out your knees, your hips, your ankles, your feet, this foundation, then it starts to translate all the way up to the spine. And when you hold yourself differently, you truly become a new person. When you repattern your body, everything else changes. Your thoughts change, your actions change, your habits change. And if you don't believe me, you can experiment for yourself. Like even just try sitting slumped, head down, chest closed. And then personally, this is a fine state to be in. That's times when we're in this state, but it's not an inspiring state. Versus find your sit bones, find the pressure at the back of your leg, find your spine. You gotta work for this. Find your spine, roll your shoulders back, lift your heart, relax your throat, soften at the brow. And do you feel electrified? Do you feel inspiration? Do you feel energy? More so, at least, than the last posture. Good. Exhale. Okay, we did enough work there. Pelvis, legs. You ladies asked for it, right? Okay, so I also want to get some inversions in today, which simply just means getting our head below our heart. So one of the simpler ways to do that is get on all hands and knees, get on all fours. Spread those fingertips wide. Again, we have 1,000% more potential in our hands than what we're currently accessing. And just like finding our spine gives us so much more energy from the inside out, expanding wide across your palms also gives you more energy. And if you think about palms, It's where we give, it's where we receive, it's where we cultivate our crafts. Like our hands are amazing. It's how we can play instruments or paint or build something or pick up our little children or and even if we don't have our hands right or our arms, there's still oftentimes the memory of it. You can still extend through it energetically, extending through that space. So truly, even if you don't have an arm or a limb, you can extend through where that limb would be. So expand wide across the palms, expand, 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 expand. And when you think you're doing it to your max capacity, go a little bit more. Like I'm pretty sure I'm at my full expansion of my hands, but actually there's so much more there. And especially right along that center palm, widen, broaden. Good. And then engage the muscle to the bone, engage the muscle to the bone in your arms, contract. And if you're struggling to find that contraction, imagine that you're reaching through the floor. And we're on our toe tips rounded. You can always have something underneath your knees for padding. Okay, so our hands and our pelvis are connected. Have you noticed that since you're finding more expansion in your palms, palms are getting wider, it's reflected in your pelvis. Your sit bones start to spread wide. So again, press through the floor, engage the muscle to the bone, expand wide across the palms, and now our sit bones are spreading wide. We have equal pressure in our knees. And not only are your sit bones spreading wide, which is going to change the structure of our pelvis and our sacrum and our spine, not only are you spreading wide there, but you're rolling your sit bones towards the back of the head. So your face is parallel with the floor. I'm just want you to hear me, so I'm looking at you, but your face is parallel to the floor. Your eyes are even, your jaw is soft. Extend long through the top of the head. And then you're reaching from the back scapula, the shoulder blade, through to the hands, through the floor. So imagine that you're pressing through the floor from your back scapula. And then the spine lengthens more. Again, this is that nervous system toning that we're talking about. And we're doing it by finding our spine. Hands pressing, knees pressing, sit bones spreading wide. This is the big nervous system reset, is the sit bones spreading wide. The big sacrum reset where so much of our nerves are. Equal pressure in those knees, equal pressure in those knees, equal pressure in those knees. You're reaching through your sit bones, reaching towards the wall behind you. Start there. Reach towards the wall behind you. And then you can roll the sit bones up towards the ceiling. Equal pressure in the hands. And now we're going to get to the sacrum, which is where so much of our nerves are. And that's just the back of the pelvis. It's where the spine connects. Sit bones spreading wide, sit bones reaching to the back of the room. It's going to tone your sacrum. And now your sacrum, the skin above your sacrum skin is reaching up towards the spine, towards the back of the head. Palms pressing through the floor, scapulas reaching through the floor, back of the neck lengthening, sits bones reaching back behind you and up towards the ceiling. Oh my gosh, there's so much toning happening in the spine now, in the lower spine. The spine is waking up, it's opening up that communication pathway. And then the sacrum skin is reaching towards the back of the head, reaching out the top center of the head. Again, opposing actions. So sit bones are lifting up towards the ceiling and reaching back behind you. But we also want to make space in the low back, space in the spine. So see if you can lengthen throughout your whole spine, your whole side waist. Reach out the top of the head. And again, equal pressure in your palms to tone not only the nervous system, but the scapulas. Good job, everyone. I know it looks easy. Okay, and now you can take your hands a little bit in front of you. Now it's just prep work for this next one. We're gonna get an external rotation of our arms and our shoulders so the inner arm is rolling towards the outer arm. You can do that with both hands. Inner arm rolling towards the outer arm. Feel that deep shoulder adjustment. Oh, that feels so good. Inner arm rolling towards the outer arm. Anyone notice how when you get that external rotation of your upper arm, your heart starts to open behind the back in that area that can be so closed or protected for many of us? That's genetic in my family, where we'll have more of that curvature of the spine back here, but it's also energetic protection, right? So we have to learn how to open the heart, and it actually starts by rolling from the inside arm towards the outer arm. Roll from the inner arm towards the outer arm. Roll, 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 roll. Again, not leaking our energy. Roll the inside ribs towards the spine. Front ribs reaching towards each other, towards the back of the spine. Breathe into your back ribs, open your back ribs, nourish your back ribs. Back ribs are spreading wide towards the outside edges of your ribs, towards the front ribs reaching towards each other, reaching towards the back spine. Oh my gosh, there's so much work to get into this pose. Okay, so exhale, we're gonna press our hands into downward dog. Reach through the floor, and my knees are bent. And the reason is because I'm trying to open my heart. So bend those knees, press through the floor. Oh, full extension of the spine. Work out any congestion, any crud in the spine. Really open, find that length. Imagine that your hips are being pulled upwards and backwards. And again, those sit bones are reaching towards the ceiling, knees bent. Sit bones reaching towards the ceiling, sit bones reaching towards the ceiling. It's gonna really start burning in your thighs as you get those sit bones reaching. And then imagine that you're extending through the sit bones towards the ceiling, towards the wall behind you. And then you're pressing more into those hands. And your spine is getting longer. And you're lifting the weight out of your shoulders through the pressure of your hands. Imagine that your armpits are lifting towards the ceiling and lifting towards the wall in front of you. And then again, bend the knees more. Side waist gets longer, arms get longer. Sit bones spread wide. Spread the sit bones, spread the sit bones, spread the sit bones. And then if you want to, you can slowly straighten your legs. Holy moly, percolation. If you can keep everything. And if not, keep the knees bent and keep working on spreading those sit bones wide. Sit bones wide, sit bones wide, sit bones wide, sit bones towards the ceiling, towards the back of the head. And then if you can, slowly straighten. Slowly straighten, slowly straighten. Keep the spine long, the side waist long. Navel towards the spine. And if you're straightening your legs, then the front of the thigh is reaching to the back of the thigh. But those sit bones are still rolling towards the ceiling. Ooh, it's a lot of work. If you have to, you can totally come down into child's pose. Otherwise, keep going. Extend the side waist long. And then exhale, come down. Knees wide. Forehead on the floor. Now you finally get to surrender. That was a lot of work, a lot of contraction. Now just let your body surrender, let go, release. If you have glasses, please take them off so your full forehead can be on the floor. Use your breath to refuel your body. And this pose, whether it's symbolic or literal, you're surrendering your ego to your higher self. You're surrendering that thinking brain to your inner child. This is child's pose. To your inner child, your inner joy. And then your very center forehead between the brows is pressing on the floor, which is symbolic of our intuition, our inner knowing. So we're surrendering the ego, the thinking mind, to that childlike joy, to that intuition, to that inner knowing, to something bigger than us. So find that pressure on your center forehead, release into it. And see if you can get your center brow aligned with your center nose, aligned with your center chin, aligned with your center heart or center sternum. The head is relaxed. And honestly, we don't have to know. We truly do not have to know. We can surrender our path to a higher purpose, to a higher service, to something bigger than us. We can surrender. We can let go. It's okay to let go. It's safe to let go. We're actually amazingly caught when we let go. Okay, beautiful. Slowly make your way up to seated. I love that pose. I adore that pose. Child's pose, the last one we just did. And it's one that we could do even just a few minutes every single day. Find that habit, and it returns you back to yourself, your center, that intuition, that clarity, that inner child, that joy, that. And it's kind of fun when you think about the inner child from this perspective. A baby or a child, they have to be supported for their survival. They have to ask for milk and food and their needs. And then as adults, we do. And sometimes we forget to ask for help, for support, for our needs. So that surrender in that pose is that place where you can really, truly be caught, be held, be supported, be nourished. And then come back to that play, to that stillness, to that joy that is actually our birthright, the joy that is our inherent state. We can come home to that. So soften the jaw, soften the face. Let's bring the palms together. The elbows are weighted, the heart is open. Your thumbs can actually come from your lower sternum, lifting your heart, releasing the elbows. Try that again. Your thumbs start at the lower sternum, start lifting up to get the heart open and the shoulders down and back, the elbows weighted. Chin towards the heart, forehead surrendered, ego surrendered, opening to our full potential and what's actually available, what's truly available for us. But sometimes we can get conditioned to feel so scared that we start to get constricted and limit everything that is there for us. So again, the theme of today was honoring our energy. So how can we realign with that true full potential? Realign with the true full potential of our bodies, of our nervous system, of our thoughts, and literally receive and surrender into that love, that joy, that possibility. So thank you for that cultivation of practice today, that deep cultivation of your own connection, your own self-knowing, your own truth, your own surrender, your own strength. Yay. Hoo-wee. Hope you feel.
Yay.
Hoo-wee. Good job. Woo. Did you feel that spine? Was that spine talking to you? Was that pelvis talking to you? Good work.
In advance of Thanksgiving coming up this week in the US,
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you, Coach Rita. Thank you for this beautiful class. All of my Uplift family, you are all on my list of blessings that I am ever so grateful for. And I hope you all enjoy a wonderful day of pausing, reflecting, and giving thanks for the abundant blessings in your lives.
Mm.
Take nothing for granted. including each day.
Oh,
Truth.
wow. That's beautiful.
Mm.
Love that.
Mm. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. Mm.
So wonderful to connect with you, Drea, in advance of this, our holiday here in the US. So beautiful. It's wonderful to see your beautiful smiling face.
Thank you. It's beautiful to
Love
be here.
you.
Love you too, and you and Stuart, and thank you so much for what you just said. It touched our hearts and souls. Thank you. You always
Yeah.
have that
Wow.
positive gratitude. Thank you so much.
Choose joy. Yes.
All right.
Joy.
Let me see.
I'm choosing each and every one of you because you guys are driblets of joy in my life, driblets of joy in the world. And wow, my sweet earth angel Sandy has just got me so so full. All that she just said, that just really, really, really touched my heart. Wow.
Andrea, I wanted you to be able to see Stuart.
Yeah, look at him. He just,
I mean, that's surrender right there.
I think he got into more of the meditation at the end here, but he does send his love.
Love you, Stuart.
Yes. Let me see. He was 9 years old on Wednesday. So
happy
birthday, Stuart.
Happy birthday, Stuart.
And happy birthday, Coach Rita. Where was she?
Yeah, and Francisca. Francisca and I have we're birthday twins, and it's on Thanksgiving this year.
Oh wow. Oh, happy birthday.
On Thanksgiving?
On Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Early birthday.
Thank
you.
Wow.
On the 27th, huh?
On the 27th, yeah.
You write that down.
I know. So are you guys telling your age or no?
I mean, I'm turning 40 this year.
My daughter too. Oh, wow. You're turning wonderful 40. Oh. Well, you sure don't look like
I remember it well.
You remember it well? That's awesome.
Well, you don't look like the 40.
No.
Right? I feel better than I did.
You look more like the 30.
Yeah.
There you go. Wow.
I'll take that. Thank you.
Young.
Yeah.
Blessing and early birthday to Fran as well.
Thank you. Yeah, it feels good to feel good. It does. It does. I'm excited. And Franny, happy birthday to you.
49.
Happy birthday. Pray you're
49,
stronger and feel better every day.
Birthday twin. How fun. Sad sisters.
Definitely doesn't look like it either.
No, not at all. Oh my goodness.
Does not look like it.
Wow.
What a blessing. Wow.
I love it.
Well, let me say this definitely was a workout. It was a beautiful workout. And I
you have any arms left?
Oh my gosh, that arm thing was something else.
I know.
My hands were bright.
My palms were going. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, circulation.
They were talking to
me. It doesn't look hard. It's so hard.
Oh, yeah.
It was very much needed. And thank you so much for the leg work, the spine work, the cellular work. I mean, I could just feel my muscles adhering to my bones, the capillaries. I just felt it all. It was just beautiful. And I want to share something with you guys that was surprising to me. And I'm going to attribute it to Coach Rita, to Iyengar Alignment Yoga, and my tribe. I dream a lot, okay? And most of the time I can't really make out what's going on in my dreams. Just a little here and there I can make out. But since I've been doing Iyengar Alignment Yoga, it'll be 2 years, December, I want to say.
Girl.
Oh my gosh, I guess it's because of the stillness practice. My dreams, I can see more color. I can see more clarity. I can actually articulate what has gone on in my dreams like I've never before. And I truly attribute it to this because I have never experienced this before in my life. I truly haven't. And it is wonderful because I dream about people that I love. I dream about you guys.
Yes, 100%. Isn't it fun?
It is fun, it's like you're going on an adventure.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
And one more reason to say TGIF. We love our class with Rita. TGIF.
Don't we
Whole new
thank
meaning.
God? That's
Whole
right.
new meaning.
clear
We
and
only wish
fun.
there were 3 Fridays in every week.
There you go. I don't
know.
know if I could take it, but
I
I'd try it.
That's so true. And that's so fun you bring that up, Carol. That is so true. I didn't quite think about it in that context because I grew up with this, but I've always had that deep, lucid dreaming where you can literally control your dreams and like turn on a light switch if you want, or like go flying. Like I've literally had snowboard dreams where I'm flying. Like dreams are so fun. And I think I've heard, I don't know, there's so much on dreams and so much depth there. But I've heard that when you can like tap into being in control of your dreams or shifting, it's also just like a reflection of your everyday life where you can have that more self-regulation and choices and freedom. I don't know, but it is a cool correlation. So I love that you brought that up.
Wow, that's beautiful.
So
Thank you.
as the old person in the group, I'll say, even if I'm in a really, dream that I'm very into, and I might be working, I might be, exercise, doing something, but I'm doing something, and I have to get up to go to the bathroom, I can go back to bed and get myself right back into the dream.
That's so cool.
Wow, that's deep. I love that.
Deep. I love that. I so agree. And
Get back into the dream.
Franny says, I love my dream state, but didn't attribute it to physical fitness. Totally. Yes.
Yeah.
Which is the dream, right?
Right. Wow. That's neat.
Fun.
So have you ever heard that someone never dreams? My sister said she never dreams, and only until recently she said she had a dream, and she's 71.
Wow.
What's up with that when you have never dreamt? Oh, maybe it's because she's never really gone into REM.
Maybe
that's
definitely be that. Absolutely. We have those, that's when we remember our dreams and we're working out stuff when we're in our REM sleep, that deeper sleep. So yeah, like some of us, that's totally makes sense. And sometimes we just don't remember it. We're dreaming, we're working through it, but we don't remember it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it is a place for
Magnesium,
right. Yeah, she's tried kind of all kind of stuff. I told her to come here. She's only come a couple of times.
Oh, good. Come. Yes, come.
She's done, Coach Marcellus, but she hasn't come here yet. So.
Okay, great. I'm excited.
Doesn't know what she's missing, does she?
Oh yeah, exactly. We don't know. And those of us doing the dopamine reset, we're going to get into those deep REM sleep states because your body's natural melatonin starts to get supported. And then you dream a lot more, much more vividly. So that'll be fun.
Wow.
Cool.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, me too. I love it. Thank you, ladies. Love you all so much.
Love you guys. Wow. Have a blessed day, Coach Rita.
A kiss for us.
Love you all.
Yeah, Layla. Give Layla a kiss for his friend.
Layla.
Love you guys.
Big juicy.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Happy holiday. Happy early birthday. Happy early birthday.
Enjoy time with family.
Bye.
Bye.